prune your container planted tree in early summer to keep it compact. I'm Kathy Asim, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Rather cloudy and humid today with a thunderstorm and a high of 85 to 88. Then becoming partly cloudy tonight, low 73 to 75. Friday we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine, a little less humid with a high of 86 to 88. Then periods of clouds and sunshine Saturday with a heavy thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 85 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Thank you. It's something we want you to know at Seminole Feed Stores. We want to show you how much we care by having our annual Customer Appreciation Sale, September 25th and 26th at our 40 West and Bellevue locations. We invite you to enjoy $2 off Seminole Wellness Horse Feeds, $1 off all Seminole feeds, 15% off in-store items, and much more. Our 40 West location will also feature food trucks and a Grandview Clydesdale. Come see us September 25th and 26th with store hours at 40 West, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday. Our Bellevue location will be open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Find us on Facebook or Instagram at Seminole Stores. It's Seminole Stores Customer Appreciation Day. With a prize for every purchase, we make it easy to provide you the ingredients of a winner.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala.
Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well.
Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back on a Thursday. It is Ocala Talks. Guy in the studio I hadn't seen in a while, but
Hello?
He missed Hump Day yesterday.
It's Thirsty Thursday. I'd rather have Thirsty Thursday than a hump day any day. Any week.
I'm leaving that alone. I'm just gonna leave
I
that
know.
alone.
I knew as soon as it fell out of my mouth, I said,
Leave that alone. Joe Martone in the building. Joe, good morning.
In the top of the morning to you, Thomas.
While you were gone, I made all kind of decisions that you probably won't like.
Well, that's what else is new.
Yeah, I do that when you're here, too.
Yeah. It's just that the implementation of them. You know.
Hank and I are planning your retirement party.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I told him that you'd be happy with that. We shouldn't do that. He said that.
Oh, well.
He'd be happy with it, too.
As long as it's real, you know.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, there you
it's going to be a fake retirement party.
Going to have whiskey or wine or...
Well, you're going to whine the whole time.
Well, I do that now. As long as I get my provolone cheese with it.
Oh, hello. I get you some provolone and gabagool. How about that?
Gabagool.
Yeah,
I
get
like
some
gabagool
with some provolone.
Oh,
maybe get some prosciutto to go in there.
Prosciutto, pastrami even. I like pastrami.
That's what I'm saying.
You're hungry, huh?
I am.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hey, while you were gone, we finalized the Toys for Tots, second annual Toys for Tots for Marion County.
A partnership?
Partnership with
other
WOCA.
People. Yes.
Just shipped.
Uh-huh.
The Punishers Motorcycle Club.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, the place that all the festivities will culminate at. The Charlie Horse. So.
And this happening when?
November 7th. November 7th.
Is that a Saturday?
It's a Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday.
Yep, there'll be three I think 3 bands, maybe 4 bands playing and everything all day. It's an all-day event. What I want is I need people to give me places to put the toy boxes. The toy box drops.
Yeah.
Because we'll have one here. We'll have one here at the radio station.
Put it in the lobby?
We will. We'll have one at the radio station. I've got 2 or 3 other places that want, but we're looking for places that want to be part of this with toy boxes. So if you want to be part of a toy box drop, send me an email at tom@WOCA, and we'll get you out. We'll get you a box out there to collect toys for for children who may not have a Christmas if it wasn't for this toy drop.
Right, exactly. And it says if your commercial space or business is suitable for a toy box drop, we will advertise your location to the community as a collection point.
Right.
Yeah, so WOCA is a sponsor of this.
Yeah, and there's also opportunities to come on the radio and do interviews and everything to talk about your business. There's sponsorship opportunities. That some of the money goes to Toys for Tots. The rest of that money comes to
the sponsor.
WOCA because WOCA is offering the service.
There you go.
So, but if you want to
One
be a part
hand
of
washes the other.
Toys for Tots, the second annual Toys for
I
Tots.
can't believe we're talking about this already.
Well, Christmas is, it's the end of September, Joe.
I know.
Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah, I went out. It was a working.
Did you finally get your
sabbatical.
garage clean?
No, some of it.
I mean, you take 2.5 weeks off and you don't get the damn garage cleaned.
I wasn't here. Remember that? I was all over the place. I went to a little town called.
Excuses.
No reasons. There's difference. I went to a little town called Helen, Georgia.
I love Helen.
That was. It's a day and a half, then you're done.
I love Helen.
There's nothing.
No.
Day and a half.
Tchotchke shops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The old German style and everything.
Yeah,
though you can get some good German beer there.
But
good German food.
I don't. Well, because it's so far away, I can say it. There's a little. It's a supermarket. It's called Betty's.
Yep.
And you go back in time.
You do.
Now the prices are woo.
They're not back in time.
No, but I've said, oh boy, we came in through the back way.
Yeah, because you can come in. A lot of the places in Helen, there's front door entrances and then back alleyway entrances.
Yeah. So we drove through the back way, came in and seen it, and said, wow, we're in the middle of no man's land. Then we left about 5 miles away out of there. Boop, there's an Ingles. Ingles is a supermarket, by the way.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, there might be people who don't know about it. Ingles.
Helen, you think you're in the middle of nowhere in Helen,
Yeah,
but you're
not. But you're not. Yeah. But we enjoyed it, and but then
you didn't do any inner tubing though, did you?
Too cold.
You could inner tube. You could that.
Yeah, but that's a little rough with all the rocks and everything.
I mean, it's right. If you could bump it. Could bump it.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, I've banged and bumped the rocks a couple times coming down there in the inner tube.
Both sets.
With a little adult courage involved.
Oh yeah. No. That's okay.
In a stream that can run about 64, 65 degrees.
Yes, that's why well, there was no one.
But it's like that in the summertime too, pal. It's
Yeah.
about 68 degrees in summertime.
No one was tubing or anything. It was nice. We sat there, we ate and whatever. Like I said, after a day and a half, okay, we're done.
No, it's Helen's a great place to have as a collection point where you can go out and around Helen and enjoy the mountains and enjoy the sights and everything like that.
Yeah.
The town of Helen, you could do the town of Helen in about 3 hours.
Well, a little longer than that, but yeah. But the whole thing is, everything's starting. Well, it started this week, I think it was the Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest, yeah.
So that's when everything gets.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be madhouse there.
Now there are some what'd you call those shops?
Tchotchke shops.
Tchotchke shops. There's some that it's a step above. I mean, they had the real things in
Oh
there.
yeah, there's some that you can buy for $3, and there's some that you can't buy for $3,000.
Right. There was one.
And there's a Stein store in there that's amazing.
Oh, yes.
And some of those Steins get in the thousands of dollars.
Yes. Those are the ones behind the glass.
Yeah.
Or they're high, so do not dodge.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was
some ornate Steins.
There was one little shop. I mean, there's a little hole in the wall. And I said, holy mackerel, the prices of it.
Yep.
But it was all from Germany and Switzerland and handmade this and
hand painted.
Oh yeah, and then the tchotchke shots. But then we went to a place. I don't know if you've ever been. It's in Georgia. It's in Warm Springs, Georgia. I'm giving you a hint.
It's the Little White House.
Yes, Tom's good.
Joe, don't try me on Georgia.
No, I was helping you there.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt deemed it the Little White House because with his polio, that's where he would vacation in the Warm Springs because it helped his joints and all feel better. So he would vacation in Warm Springs, and it was designated the Little White House because he had a house built there and everything.
And the Warm Springs were like a mile from his house, not even.
Yep.
Not even. Now they are closed. The original springs are closed, but the spring is still running.
Certainly.
So you can walk in. It's a little tour. You can walk in and see where everyone was swimming. All the kids and everything were swimming with him, and but it's all empty except for one spot where they built a little, a little fountain, we'll say.
Right.
And it just continuously run, I guess, in tribute. But the rest of it is just some pictures and what have you. I put my hands in there, and you feel the warmth of it coming through.
Yeah, it's nice warm water.
Yeah. Not hot, warm.
No, it's warm.
Warm. It was
about 94 degrees, 95
maybe,
degrees.
Maybe. It was
warm water.
But to see his house, and that's a totally different area.
Yep.
That was phenomenal.
It is a great, great place.
And what the way they put it together, it was like $12 a head. It was worth every penny.
The U.S. Park Service still runs that, don't they?
Correct. Yeah. I think
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Hey, I don't know, but
I think it's U.S. Park Service
I
runs
think so.
that.
But what impressed me, of course, the man himself and what he's done, what he did. But they gave you the information about the man rather than the political man. There was a little political in there because
He was very accomplished before he ever became president.
Well,
he was Secretary of the Navy.
Oh, yeah. He was, and he was rich.
Yeah, he uber rich.
Uber, yeah. So, with that said, he didn't flaunt it.
Nope.
He didn't flaunt it. And the people in Warm Springs, like, they opened arms and everything.
Oh, they loved him.
And, like, the little White House. When you go online, they show you pictures of his car and everything. But that's a museum in the front. Then you walk behind that. That's where the little White House is.
Yep.
And everything's still there.
It's just as it was when he was there.
And the chair that he passed away in
Right there.
is there.
Yep.
The unfinished portrait
Right there.
was right there. And it was like, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that he died there.
It's the Roosevelt equivalent of Graceland.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. You learn a lot about Franklin Delano Roosevelt. You learn a lot about the man, not the politics.
Yeah.
And it is just as he left it, where he died, where he passed away in the chair and everything.
Oh, everything was
just as he left it.
Well, everything apparently the park ranger, quote unquote, they elaborated a little more, and it was already in place if something should happen. Everything would be there. Don't get rid of this. I mean, they still have the glasses with the picture that they used to bring to the Secret Service out front and everywhere.
So they could get lemonade and stuff.
Yeah, cold water, whatever, and it was like, and the servants' quarters, and there's two houses before you get to the little White House, small little houses. One was just for the servant and the whatever their names are, and then Secret Service.
Right.
Two separate buildings, and these people had jobs, except when he came in, and then the other jobs went away.
Went away, and he took care of the president.
And they took care of the president. Oh, it was amazing what the man did, and he's the one that invented and put together the controls for the car.
Yeah, for him to be
Hand
able to drive.
control. Yeah, he's the one that did all that, not some engineer.
Oh no, he was a brilliant man.
Oh yeah,
he was a Navy guy too. That's why you like him. He's a Navy guy. Secretary of the Navy was one of his jobs.
Yeah, he was.
If you make SecNav, the only other job that's a little better than that is probably president.
Yeah. Oh, gee, what do you think? Yeah. But it impressed me. We were just going to go through it quickly.
Nah, you get stuck there. You get stuck there.
Oh, it was, and we just absorbed. And what really impressed me was, it wasn't Hollywood kind of. It was very, and 90% of it, if you reached, you could have grabbed and touched.
Right.
That little signs, respect. And I said to the young lady, I said, "You must have a hard time, well, I said, this is more for an adult. She says, oh,
Nope.
no. We have all the kids through here and everything. And the do not touch kind is kind of hard, but they get the message, do not touch, because to preserve it. And then she showed me, and we were in the main room where he passed.
Right.
And she said, that's the chair that he passed on.
Yeah.
And the bed that he passed away
I was
on.
able to talk my way into a field trip there. Because in Georgia, you have to pass something called Georgia history to go from the 8th grade to the 9th grade. If you don't pass Georgia history, you can pass math, science, you don't pass Georgia history, you're not going from the 8th grade to the 9th grade.
Oh, that's cool.
You have to pass Georgia history.
That's not bad.
Well, one of the field trips in the Georgia history class, one of the field trips they took,
Yeah.
the 8th graders took, was they got to go to Warm Springs, Georgia, to the little White House to learn about Franklin Delano Roosevelt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't get to Georgia until I was a senior in high school.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know about Warm Springs, any of
Mm-hmm.
that. But Miss Rowland was the Georgia history teacher, and she was also the AP U.S. history teacher. So when she was going on a field trip, I go, Miss Rowland, if you let me go, I can help you chaperone these little 8th graders.
She said.
She was like, let me run it by Mr. Butler and see if it's okay. She ran it by the assistant principal. He said, sure. So I was able to go as a senior on this 8th grade field trip.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody thought, you're going to trying to scope out the incoming freshmen and everything. I go, no, I'm going to see the little White House.
Yeah,
to me, it was amazing.
It still is. What amazed me was everything was intact from way back when.
It's like you stepped into 1945 Georgia.
Yeah.
Because you did.
But the main street's the same.
Right.
It's one block.
But the house and everything
Oh, back then.
is just like it was in 1945.
Yeah. And you say, and we said, why did he pick this place in the middle of no man's land to build this there? And, of course, he had polio and everything. He's going to sit in the car all that? Nah. The train came right through there.
Right through there.
Right through there.
Yep.
And there's pictures of him all over the place.
So how long were you in Georgia then?
Just a day. Just a winter.
So you were
we stood overnight.
You were at Warm Springs.
Yeah.
And then Helen.
The other way around.
Oh, Helen first.
Yeah.
You were a day and a half in Helen?
Yeah. About
And
that.
then 1 day in the Warm Springs overnight.
Right.
So you were in Georgia almost 3 full days.
Yeah, just about. Just about. It was very interesting, though.
Did you go into now from Warm Springs? No, you didn't go into Dillard, Georgia. You didn't go that way. So you didn't go into Franklin, North Carolina, up that way. So
That's the way we went the other way. See, I was in a little town called Mills River,
right.
and we went through the back roads to get to Helen.
Oh, okay.
So we went through all that.
You went through Franklin and Dillard and everything.
And Sapphire and all.
You didn't stop at the Dillard house, Joe?
No time. Everything was timed.
Joe, let me tell you what you missed.
Was
Have you ever eaten at the Dillard house?
Where is that in? Which town?
It's at Dillard, Georgia. I mean, literally on the state line. Dillard, Georgia sits here. Franklin, North Carolina sits here. The only thing separates them is the state line.
Maybe we just drove by there, maybe.
And the Dillard house is a family-style restaurant.
Ah.
Where there is no menu. They bring out chicken, ham, and some sort of like meatloaf. Then they bring out all the vegetables and the fixings and everything. They set it on the table and you dip it out.
Oh, family style.
Yeah, and when you get done, they bring more.
Oh, my goodness.
And it is amazing.
Tom is hungry. If you want to bring him something to eat, come on.
The Dillard house, you got to be talking about Georgia now. So the Dillard house,
Yeah.
that's like even people in Georgia say, we're going to take a special trip to the Dillard house.
Wow.
But yeah, Oktoberfest, you're right. You got out just in time because this week, starting for the next 5 weeks,
it's packed. It'll be packed.
Helen, Georgia, and Dahlonega, Georgia, will be useless. Helen is built like an old German town. Yeah. Dahlonega is now sort of built like an old German town. Dahlonega was the first gold strike in Georgia. The Georgia Dome, the Capitol Dome in Georgia, has 1/18 of an inch thick gold all over the dome. That gold, it's solid gold, but it's 1/18 of an inch thick of 24 karat gold that was mined in Dahlonega, Georgia.
Oh,
it was the first. It's not the first discovery of gold in the United States, but it was the first big gold rush in the United States. They'd found gold in the late 1700s in North Carolina. Yeah. But the first big vein of gold, gold rush was in Dahlonega, Georgia.
Well, I'll be damned.
And then now while you were in Helen, did you did you get a bucket of dirt and you?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, come on, Joe. Find you a ruby and a sapphire.
That's all right. I don't do that. But before we got there, we over the mountain from North Carolina to Georgia, we came down into civilization.
Yep.
Because up there it's a little town, nothing. Little town, nothing.
Right.
So the second little town after that, it was nothing. Just snake roads. Back
and forth.
Yeah, you see the back end of your car when you turn around and go the other way.
Right.
But by the time we got off the mountain, I can't remember the little town right there, but you get off the mountain, we stopped to eat. And they had a radio station playing. 96.3, blah, 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 blah. I go, wait a minute, hold it. Hey now. It was totally different format, what have you.
Where were you at? Were you in Carnesville or were you in Toccoa or
Clayton? No, not Clayton.
Rayburn?
I don't remember. I have to look it up again. But
it could be Clayton. Clayton County's in Atlanta, but Clayton, Georgia is up just in the foothills of the mountains.
That might have been the one. Yeah.
So yeah.
Where's that? But you're sitting there with 96.3. Hey, wait a minute.
Blue Ridge is in that area and everything.
Oh yeah.
So, but you didn't go. You did some vacationing.
For 3.5 days.
Right, but you didn't go on vacation. You had things you had to accomplish.
Oh yeah, we accomplished one thing. I won't get too detailed, but I shouldn't say we. It was a scrapbook. Gotcha. That was donated to the Little White House, to the Franklin Roosevelt
Museum
of. It was his personal cards that he got from people, wishing them Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. But these were his.
Right.
From 1933, 34.
Yeah. During the Great Depression.
these were his, and they were thanking him, and they were donated back to the museum by this person.
So it's another glimpse into history.
Yeah. Oh, it was something to see, and they were like, the gloves came out, and they were. Well, we don't have time to really get into it all the way, but Franklin Delano Roosevelt was as important a president to this country as George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. Well, look what happened. Pearl Harbor and
everything else. He took over in 1932 when there were soup lines and we were in the middle of the Great Depression. There was 25% unemployment. One of every 4 of Americans were out of work.
Let's see. Did he institute?
The stock market had crashed. He instituted
the dam.
The Tennessee Valley Authority. Yeah, he built all that area, the Shenandoah Valley, where they dam stuff up, the turbines that run the rivers.
What about the one in Nevada there?
The Hoover Dam? I don't know if that was him, but it may have been him.
I don't know.
But the New Deal, he came up with ways. You know, he literally, the federal government paid people that didn't have jobs.
Yes. Paid
them to go clean up national parks. They created jobs to do.
Isn't he the one with the Blue Ridge Parkway or not?
Yes, all of that was created under the Tennessee Valley Authority.
So they built it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
all of that was under the Tennessee Valley Authority.
See, now we're getting a little political kind of thing.
But
more so.
But he saw the country through the Great Depression.
Oh, yes.
And through the war to end all wars.
Oh, yes.
Remember.
What's the famous line?
We have term limits now because he had served 4 terms.
Yeah. What was the line he said?
It's December 7th, the day that will live in infamy.
Yeah. They played that, of course.
Yeah, and of course, my favorite line, my favorite quote he ever had was, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Yeah. They had like I said, had plenty of pictures of him.
But he said it like this: the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Yes, yes. Well, he went to the Warm Springs there, like you said, and there's a picture of him, and he's glowing. He's laying on its side in that bathing suit, that little black bathing suit that he wore. Yes. That was one piece.
Yeah.
And it's on display there.
Yeah, it's got the little short sleeves and
everything. Yeah. And he had one leg up and the other leg down. And he had a grin on his face. And he said, and I'll paraphrase. He says, "It's the first time I felt my leg I could do this."
Yeah.
So.
Well, polio struck him as a grown up.
As an adult.
As an adult, he wasn't as a child. He didn't have polio.
No, and he did, and none back then. People respected the president. Very few pictures were taken of him for the public. With him getting in, getting out, and what have you.
And he did create the March of Dimes.
Yes, he did. He created the
to
March
help collect dimes to help with polio research.
Oh, they have Jack Benny's safe. They have his safe there, and I reached over and I tapped it. It's fiberglass.
Yeah,
it was a prop, but
yeah, he created. President Roosevelt created the March of Dimes.
Yes,
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
created the March of Dimes.
Yes.
But I'm glad you got to see Warm Springs. That's one of those things.
It's a little. It's a whole little wall.
And if you don't know what to expect, it catches you off guard of how great it really is.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and all like I said, you got one block. And it's all original.
Yeah.
The motel original.
And but the town around it is all modern.
Basically. Yeah.
But the motel and
there's 2 motels, a modern motel and the motel in town.
Right, exactly.
We should have the modern motel, thank you very much.
Well, of course you did.
But it was nice. It was then a day and a half again. We stood there. Got there one day, stood overnight. And then went to see the museum the next day.
It's an amazing place. Amazing place.
Oh, yeah.
We got to take a break. We come back more with Joe Martone on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
This is taken away, their color is taken away. If they don't get in line and take whatever
This land of ours.
The COVID-19.
Rather cloudy and humid today with a thunderstorm and a high of 85 to 88. Then becoming partly cloudy tonight, low 73 to 75. Friday will have a mix of clouds and sunshine, a little less humid with a high of 86 to 88. Then periods of clouds and sunshine Saturday with a heavy thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 85 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Senators held a closed-door briefing Wednesday with 3 DoD officials about the Afghanistan debacle. Republican Senator Joni